Good morning, peeps. It is Remembrance Sunday here in London, so that means there should be one or two things happening around town. I'm equipped with my Leica M11P, the 28mm, and yeah, let's see what the city has in store for us. This video is also sponsored by Lexar, and I'll talk more about those guys in a little bit. It has also just started raining, so yeah, winter is definitely here. Just something I love about street photography is the unexpected moments. So it's pretty early in London right now. I'm in Covent Garden, people are setting up, it's pretty quiet. And I'm in the market area, or the restaurant market area of Covent Garden. And this scene here just looks nice, right? There's nothing overly exciting going on, not many subjects. The chairs look nice, the decorations look nice, the lighting is nice, whatever. I'm just kind of warming up. And I was getting ready to take a photograph, and then some gentleman just walked up the stairs with a plate full of pastries and turned this very normal, boring scene into something much more interesting. And I enjoyed that. He just appeared out of nowhere through the viewfinder, and I just love moments like that. I started lining up a symmetrical shot of the chairs and the lights and whatever. Like, it wasn't anything. And then a man with a plate full of pastries turned up. That was cool. I am also testing out a short strap, which a lovely guy called Anton actually gifted me. He was visiting London from Frankfurt, and he has a short strap company essentially, and his father, I do believe, makes these, which is really cool. So I'll leave all the details to this short strap in the description, and I'll leave his Instagram account, etc, etc. I've never used I've never used a strap this short before, so I'll let you know how I get on. Seems pretty cool so far. Yeah, thanks Anton, appreciate it. For the first time ever, it feels weird to say this, I might need an 85mm, because most of the interesting subjects, well, I'm sure I'll be fine, but a lot of the interesting subjects are across the street. Maybe a 28 is too wide. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. I saw the king. He was knocking around, not in person. I saw him on the screen. Lots of important people showing lots of respect, and there was a very serious undertone, obviously, for the 2 minutes of silence. So the energy of the place kind of dropped. So now I need to try and pick things back up again. I also got stopped by undercover police because they saw this little DJI pocket and they saw me taking pictures, and they pulled me to the side and asked me what I was doing. I explained myself and they were like, okay, cool. I guess they were just doing their job, which it makes sense in these circumstances. So this is the first time I've ever been stopped by anyone official. They showed me their badges and were like, what are you doing, son? But they were nice enough and then let me go. So that was interesting. On the topic of the DJI Pocket 3 and the conversation of how I like to record video when out and about, if you're like me, then you don't want to bring too much heavy or complex gear when filming videos like this in the city. If I'm filming small clips like you've seen today, I just want it to be easy. and this is where Lexar come into play, and they have a few helpful tools that I want to share with you. First of all, I've been using this Lexar Silver Plus micro SD card for the DJI Pocket. 256GB is without a doubt enough to capture multiple days of vlogging and B-roll in 4K without having any hiccups whatsoever. The read and write speeds are some of the quickest I've seen on a micro SD card, so storing footage, transferring files, the whole workflow is seamless and quick. If you're more towards the start of your photography journey and you just wondered what cards might be decent, then the Lexar Silver series is a great option. My girlfriend has recently started shooting more on the X100V, and this 256GB silver card is ideal. Generally, I have been using Lexar SD cards with a whole range of photo and video setups for years, so when they reached out to sponsor this video, I thought it was perfect. Just another quick mention of something I've been using is this Lexar 2TB SSD with the magnetic case for my phone. When I shoot video clips on my phone, like you've seen in this video in Apple Log, it does look great, it is really nice. But it's an extra step in the process because the files take up too much room on my phone. I have to be cautious of it. Storing all of that on my phone is just a little bit of a faff. However, I have been shooting in Apple Log with the Lexar SSD connected, filming in the Blackmagic camera app and saving the footage directly to the Lexar drive. And honestly, combine the DJI Pocket and the Lexar SSD with my iPhone footage, I've pretty much created the perfect little setup for travel videos and out and about doing street photography. I want the focus to be on the photography and not the video gear, so being able to shoot bits on my phone, being able to shoot bits on the DJI Pocket, is actually really handy. To check out Lexar's range of SD cards and the products I've mentioned here, I'll leave a link to everything in the description. Thank you, Lexar, and back to the video. Make sure, hopefully you've done it the right way.
20 minutes later.
So I'm trying to be optimistic about shooting in London in the winter, but it is so grey and so overcast and so dull. London looks like it is in a log profile. I've been shooting some B-roll on my iPhone and I've been shooting in Apple Log, but Apple Log actually looks like real life. Uncolour graded, desaturated, flat. But I try and remind myself not to be a fair weather photographer. There are moments to capture when things don't look good. You just never know what might happen, so I'm going to stay positive and continue shooting, even though I don't think I'm happy with anything that I've taken today. But, you know, it's not about the results, it's about the process, all that jazz. JP and I walked back around where I was this morning, Trafalgar Square, Whitehall, basically where the ceremony was for Remembrance Day, and this time round I think it was way more interesting because all the soldiers and that were actually hanging around the pubs, interacting with everyone. JP made conversation with a few of them, and yeah, it was better than it was this morning, I think. So sometimes, maybe it's like a street photography trope, it's a common thing to say, but before and after the events are sometimes more interesting. So I should have arrived at Whitehall a little bit earlier, and I think I would have got some more oddities and interesting shots. But the photographs afterwards were also pretty good. So yeah, just something to remember, that sometimes the actual event itself is just, it is what it is, but before and after the events are sometimes the best chance for some, I don't know, more storytelling perhaps, because the storytelling of the event itself is like, yeah, cool, anyone and everyone would have got those shots. They were televised on TV, right? Yeah, just some food for thought right there. But it is very dark and grey in London. So other than the soldiers, I don't think much else has happened in town today. What are the chances? What are you doing? Not a dog.
I was going to go like M6, please.
What are the chances JP buys a Lexar M6?
Maybe like 40. I want to by the end of November.
Leica store is right here. So,
Do I buy an M6 or get?
how many M6s is this Porsche?
Well, that's a GT3, not on a range. I feel like it's probably like 120k. 20 M6s or that.
Cool. I mean, what's more fun, 20 Leica M6s or a Porsche GT3?
Well, I suppose I could just like live in it.